Hi, good evening. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Can you all hear me very clear and loud? Yeah, good evening. That's from Olusegun. Hi, Olusegun. Can you hear me very clear?
Recording in progress.
Okay, yeah, thanks very much for that. Just a second. Okay, yeah. Nice to have you guys here. Nice to have you guys here. Hi, Balogu. Hi,
Hi,
Kenny.
good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm very fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy weekend, everyone. Yeah, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Happy weekend, all. I hope you are all enjoying your weekend and happy Teachers Day. If you're a teacher here, happy Teachers Day. And I guess you guys are supposed to tell me happy Teachers Day as well. All right. All right. So nice to have you guys here. It's always amazing, and it's always amazing to have you guys here. Today we are going to be learning a lot. But we're going to use few minutes for a quick introduction so that we wait for others to join us so that we are going to, start. Now, today is going to be amazing, like never before. If you have been joining any of our master classes, what we are going to be learning today is just like exposure. Okay, we are going to be exposing something great today, something you never knew that existed. We are going to be exposing it today, right? So, good evening, Sunday, good morning, good afternoon. I don't know where you are joining us from, but then let's do a quick introduction so that we know where we are joining us at. Let me know if I should be using good morning or good evening to you. All right, so my name is Chinyere and I am joining you from Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, nice to have you guys here, and we're going to do a quick introduction of ourselves before we dive into the program properly. Okay, we like you. Okay, let's do it. Let's start in this way. I want to know our first timers, right? When you go to church now, they will ask you if you know that today is your first time attending our service today. Please can you raise up your hand so that we can welcome you in redeemed way. All right, so all right, yeah, first time. Okay, that's great. That's great. I'm seeing a lot of hands now from Bamidele, but Bamidele is telling us first time. Balogu first time, Kenny first time. A lot of you guys are first timers. Okay, you know what? There's something great for you guys. Just wait behind till the end of the program. We have something special for all our first timers. For people that are joining us for the first time, right? We have something great for you guys. Yeah, something amazing for you guys. All you need to do is to do wait till the end of the program, and you will receive that. Thanks for joining us, Bamidere and Ayomi. Abayomi, and every other person that joined us for the first time. Thanks for joining us. Okay. So before we dive into the program properly, just like I said, I would like to know where our participants are joining us from. We'd like to know, just use the comments, just like you guys know. There is a chat section here. So we'd like you to use the comment section to tell us where you are joining us from. I am Chinyere and I'm joining you from Lagos, Nigeria. Just type in there where you are joining us from. Want to know where you are joining us from. Please can we do that as well so that we will dive into the program. So I want to appreciate your joining from Lagos, Nigeria, Bayomi. Okay, a lot of Lagos, Nigeria. Let's keep that coming in. Let's keep that. Okay. Wow, it's okay, amazing. So Lagos, Nigeria. So let's keep that coming in, guys. Let's keep okay, Bamidele from Kano State. Thanks for joining us, Bamidele from Kano, from Abuja. That's Boluwatife. Bolu, thanks for joining us, Kenny from the UK. Let's keep that coming in, guys. Let's keep that. So I will know that I'm gonna use morning or evening for you. All right, so let's keep that coming. We are spending a lot of people here. We're not too many as we're expecting, but then that doesn't mean that we should not proceed. Okay. That doesn't mean that we should not proceed. Okay, so thanks very much for joining us. Thanks very much for joining us. We just want to keep the group We'll say just a second. Okay, senior man. Nice to have you here again, senior man. Adamu Hassan. Adamu, thanks for joining us. Adamu, where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? Adamu, you can use the comment. Don't unmute yourself unless you're not in a noisy environment. Then you can unmute yourself and speak to us. Okay, thank you guys for joining us. Just a quick introduction about the analytics. Then we dive into what we have for us today. We have something amazing, just like I said earlier. We are going to be learning a lot. I mean, a whole lot today. We are going to be exposing some things today. Okay, I want to confirm you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay, from Lagos, Nigeria, that's from senior man. Senior man, all right. Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I can. All right. Thank you very much for for engaging. I love the energy. Let's keep that coming in. All right. Now, before we dive into the program, I want to ask us something very great, something amazing, right? I don't know your expectations today, but I want to believe that there's this thing you're expecting. You want to learn something new. That's why you are here. Okay, that's your expectation. Yeah, thanks very much for that, Adam Hassan. All right, your expectation is that I want to learn something. I want to learn something great. I want to learn something that I never knew that existed, right? I want to learn it today. But now you are here because you want to become a tech person, right? Either they are scientists, data analyst, business analyst. You want to become a what? A data, let me say, a tech professional, right? You're transitioning into tech because of something, right? I don't know what motivates you. I don't know what's your drive for, to dive into tech. But now I want to ask you something very quickly before we move into this, all right? If you can unmute yourself and speak to us, I would really appreciate that, all right? So can we get like 3 or 2 people that will tell us why do they want to transition into tech? Okay, why data analytics? Why do you feel that data analytics is something you can do? Why do you feel that this is the best decision? This is the best career path for me, and I don't even know what drives you to choose tech or even choose data analytics, right? Can you please unmute yourself and tell us what you feel about tech and what are the motivation behind your transition? Or I don't know if you've ever transitioned before, or this is your first time using, probably I've heard about data analytics very well. People have said a lot about it, and I want to transition into it, right? If you have people that can tell us, if you don't mind, you can unmute yourself, right? We want to keep the class engaging. Is the future, that's my motivation. Okay, that's from Kenny. Kenny said that is the future, that is his motivation. Okay, can we take another person? Just tell us, why do you want to transition into tech? All right, let's use the word tech to generalize it. It could be data analytics, data science, or business analysis. Okay, please help us to record this section for reference purpose. Okay, the session is being recorded. You wait till the end of the program, you have the recording. Okay, if you wait till the end of the program, you will have access to the recording. That's it. All right, thank you very much for that. Okay, can we have another person? Can you tell us, why do you want to transition into tech? Why do you choose data analytics as your career path? Can we have someone that will tell us? Can we have someone that will tell us why? Possibly, I don't know what motivates you. What's that motivation behind your transition? Okay, let me just stop sharing so I will be able to see everybody. Okay, let's see. I have Balogu here. I have a lot of people. I can't just start mentioning names, right? But if you know there is something that motivates you, that drives you to transition into the field of tech, please tell us, right? In essence, the analysis helps me to shift from institution-based, okay, let me pick that, decision to data-driven strategy, okay, just tell us. It's not about what it helps you to do. I don't know. It could be career transition, career advancement, because of the money and thereabouts. Okay, let's hear from who like one. I would like, okay, Temi Tope and like this. I didn't get that name very well. Temi Tope, can you hear me? Hi, Temi Tope, can you hear me? You need to unmute yourself and speak if you want to speak to us. Temi Tope and this. Okay, she don't want to talk, but that's fine. I think she has thought, but that's fine. Okay. I don't know what motivates you and why you want to transition into tech, but for me, I have found out that to drive in my career, I need to understand of tech, especially in data analytics. Okay, that's from Adepoju. Adepoju, thank you very much for that contribution. That's simply means that you're expecting a lot from this session, right? Okay, thank you very much for for that career transition of yours, right? Okay, so I don't know. I didn't have anybody to say that I want to transition into tech because of money. Okay, I want to believe that I am the only body that is transitioning. Can I talk? Okay, yeah, you can talk, Adepoju David. You can unmute
All right,
yourself.
thank you. Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening.
All right, yeah, thank you very much for that wonderful question. Yeah, basically, one of the reasons, should I say one of the reasons, or the basic reason why I am considering data analysis is that because I have found out that to thrive in the where I have found myself, which is research, because I am a beginner in research, and my research interest is mathematical modeling, and I found out that what gives mathematical modeling beauty is data, and then there is nobody that can make use of or make a substantial use of data if you don't understand the concept of data analysis. That is why I've been trying my possible best to run around the little things I can do as regards data analysis, the use of R, cells, stuff like that. So that's just my basic motivation for now.
All right, thank you very much for that, Adepoju. I choose data analytics because I have passion for technology and problem solving, and I can also. All right, that's pretty much about that. Thank you very much for everyone that contributed. I'm super motivated, okay? And I also admit I am super motivated. All right, thank you very much for that, everybody that contributed, right? So I've seen that you have something, right? There's something that is driving you to be here. You are being driven with possibly it could be because of the career advancement, just like some of you have said earlier, and some might be because of the money. I don't know. Nobody mentioned money because I want to believe that I am the only one that transitioned into tech because of the money. All right. So I transitioned into tech because of the tech money. When come on, there is money in tech. Oh. And you are telling me, say, come on, I think it's something I can actually try. I want to make money. I want to make it in a very legit way. So why not try tech? I don't know about you, but that's just me. I was like, okay, let me just try tech because definitely money will surely follow, all right? Okay, thank you very much for that. Let's dive into the program. All right, so this program is going to come in 3 different parts, right? The first part is the introduction part, which is something that we are doing now. The second part is reintroducing Amdor Analytics and what we do at Amdor Analytics, right? And the third part is the practical. Now, that practical is something, of course, every part of this program, you don't need to mix anyone, okay? You don't need to mix anyone. You don't need to say that, oh, I've been listening to this part. Okay, let me just drop, right? Just like I said, the class is being recorded and you will have access to what? To the recording if you stay to the end of the program. Yeah, if you stay to the end of the program. And of course, there will be attendance that'll be going on very soon. So all you need to do is to fill the attendance with that to be able to send the video to your emails, right? Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for staying to the end of the program. We believe that you are going to stay to the end of the program, right? Yeah. So after that, the practical part of the program, we dive deeply into the program, which is what I can say that is the most important thing, right? So is what do I need to do then I have another Zoom meeting at 8 p.m. Hope we finish by then. Yeah, we'll finish by that 8 p.m. Okay. So now the next thing is what then do I need to do? What do I need to do to get started as a data analyst? right? That will be the last part of the program. That simply means wait till we have finished all this part of the program. All right, guys, welcome to Amdor Analytics Master Class. I don't know how you heard about Amdor Analytics, right? But I want to believe that you heard about us through social media, I don't know, or through referral. People do refer us, right? I don't know how you heard about us, but then welcome to Amdor Analytics Master Class. This is where truth is being revealed. This is where we deliver value, right? We deliver 100% value. Now, today's program is going to be our tester class, okay? We want to know what Amdor Analytics stand for. You want to know, how do I work on a project? How do I add portfolios? How do I add projects to my portfolio? What does it entail? What are the benefits of having a strong portfolio? That's what we are going to be exposing today. And of course, the practical part of the program is going to expose us to why you need to acquire the technical skills. Okay, especially if you want to leave Nigeria. I'm going to talk about the practical part of the program very soon. Okay, let's dive into the program now. Just a second. Okay, so welcome to Amdor Analytics, and let's talk about Amdor Analytics. Right? Without Amdor Analytics, I wouldn't have been. I myself, I will not be here, and you will not be here. Now, Amdor Analytics is an edtech company, as you all know. Right now, what are we doing? What are we doing now? What is our mission? Why are we existing? Why the establishment of Amdor Analytics? Now, we are an edtech company committed to equipping individuals to become global talents. That's what we are going to do now. You are going to see it. Why are we equipping individuals to become a global talent, right? Through our comprehensive and accessible training programs. Through our, take note of this, I always tell people to take note of this, right? Through our comprehensive and accessible training program. That's what we are not for, right? So our mission is to bridge the skills gap by equipping learners with in-demand skills. Now, lately we find out that there are some skills that even if you have these skills, you might not be able to last long in some firms, right? Because tech is the word. Now, the world is moving into tech. People are looking for, how do I return myself, or how do companies return me for long, right? Of course, nobody ways to stay 100 years or 50 years of his life in a particular firm, but you want to be what? You want to be updated with the latest trend, and we see that tech is what? Tech is the trend. Now everybody's moving into tech, and now how do we make it accessible for people to learn? Because we find that a lot of people want to dive into tech, but now they have issues with, where do I learn these tech skills? Where do I grab this and grab it once? Not that I move into this, I move into this, I move into this, and I still find it difficult to understand all these tools, understand all these terminologies of tech. And we said to ourselves, because we understood how difficult it takes, especially for we in Africa, to to grab some of all these things, we are going to devote ourselves to impart values. Take note of this: impart values to people, make our training very, very comprehensive and accessible. Where people will be telling you, do you know what? You want to learn this thing just a week or 2 weeks, you are good. That's lie. They're lying to you. At the end of everything, you dive into this program and you find out that when you come out, you will still find it difficult to understand some terminologies of this program. Okay, so when we divided ourselves, we said to ourselves, we are going to make our programs very, very comprehensive. Now, we first of all look at the in-demand skills. There are some skills that you know that if you have these skills today, you are a hot cake, right? You are a hot cake. Everybody's gonna be looking for you. We look at ourselves and we said, let's look for the in-demand skills. And if you pay attention to some of the things I'll be mentioning here, and the thing that we're going to be exposing today, I mean, the project that we're going to be working today, I am not the one that built the that formulates those data. You are going to be seeing it. You see that there is a need for you to acquire in-demand skills. Now, enabling them to make what? Informed decision, drive innovation, and create positive change. You create positive change in the what? In the tech-driven world. Just like I said, the world is what? Moving into tech, particularly across the African continent, right? And of course, we're expanding our lives, our training beyond African continent. We have trained students from India, All right. So this is just to tell you that when people see value, they go for value. Right. Now, with track record of success, we have trained over 3,000 participants over the years we started working, started doing this, and of course, not just to train them, but most of them has acquired tech role. All right. Help them to acquire what? To learn their first tech roles. And of course, currently, we gave this analytics scholarship to one of the largest universities in Nigeria. That was about earlier this year, and currently we gave out 1,000 undergraduate students scholarship to learn data analytics. We look at ourselves, we said to ourselves, there's something we can do to give back to the society. We can actually look at the students, right? The undergraduates. If you look at the rate of unemployment in Nigeria or in Africa, you can see that it is speedily increasing every day. And we said, you know what? There's something we can do to reduce this unemployment, right? We decided to give out scholarship to 1,000 undergraduates across Nigeria. This is what to equip them and make them job ready before they graduate. And then we specialize in the field of training people or training individuals in data analytics, data science, and business analytics. Our tutors are industry experienced professionals who are experts. Who are experts in their field. Now, today, let me talk about myself, right? Let me talk about myself, then we dive into this. Now, this is me. Yeah, this is my humble self. My name is Chukwuka Chinyere. I don't know if you have met me before. I don't know if you have seen me before. I don't know, probably you are following me on LinkedIn or my social media handles, right? Nice to have you here, right, listening to me. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Now, my name is Chukwuka Chinyere, and I am the founder of Amdor Analytics. Yeah, now over the years, we looked at ourselves, we said to ourselves, okay, there are things we know that people are lagging that we can actually bring to the society to give back to the society. And that's what that's actually why we established what Amdor Analytics. We said to ourselves, we are going to establish this brand to make this training very comprehensive and accessible to everybody. Right now, of course, my name, just like I said, my name is Chukwuka Chinyere, and I am a seasoned tech professional with over 7 years of experience in data analytics and data science. As the founder of Amdor Analytics, I have successfully guided individuals with new tech backgrounds, and of course, they have smoothly transitioned from this tech and learned their first tech roles, right? And I'm known for my straightforward and effective training method. I have successfully and personally trained over 5,000 participants. If for people that have been following me around, if you've known me over the years that I've been doing this, that I've been doing this for years now. So I have trained personally over 5,000 participants. I work with a lot of different edtech companies. Now, my expertise spans across telecommunications, governance, financial, and edtech sectors. Edtech sectors, right? So now, let me tell you why we are here and why you need to, pay attention to understand what we are doing here. So, last month, a friend of mine, just said someone, we are looking at the rate of how tech is moving. People are diving into tech. Everybody want to learn these tech skills. And people ask, do you know, even inside everybody want to dive into tech and all that, others are still saying, I don't have any tech role. I can't see, I'm be applying for jobs, I'm not getting this job, something like that. And then we take our time to do something. What do? We went to a website called Indeed. Okay, now this is for people that are in UK, because I did that analysis with someone who is in Canada, right? So why are most of our people that when they leave or when they jaguar, let's use that word jaguar, they start doing caregiving jobs, right? It's because they lack technical skills that we help them to secure a better job. It's not that there is no better job that these guys can do, sit at office, just be pressing laptop, and you will be earning a lot more better, that will even help you give it that respect, give it that work-life balance. You can even work remote from the comfort of your home, right? But instead of that, they are doing what? Caregiving job. Now we see, I was, discussing with that friend of mine. I said to him that, there's a lot of tech job out there, but the problem is that these people they were not equipped. They don't have these technical skills before leaving Nigeria. That person was actually is actually a Nigerian. So we're just discussing. I said these guys lack technical skills. They lack it because if you are well equipped, I'm telling you, you will surely secure a better job out there. So what we did last month, we said, okay, let's look for some of all these website that gives job and all that. Okay, so we went to Indeed. We scraped data of job openings, tech job, especially in the field of data. We scraped over data analytics job opening, data analyst job opening in Canada, and we went to Glassdoor. If you know about all this website, Glassdoor, we scraped their data of data analytics openings. We want to find out, do they really require, what are the requirements, and what are the sectors that are actually what hiring most in Canada, okay? And why is there need on, do I need to learn a lot to even secure this better job out there? You don't need to learn a lot. Just with this, you will learn. So we did that thing and we scraped the data. I will show you the data. Okay, I'll show you the data, and David Adepoju, if you don't mind, I would like you to turn off your video. Okay, don't worry. I think you please turn off your video. David Adepoju, kindly turn off your video. Okay. Oh, thanks very much for that. Okay, so I will show you the data now. We scrape the data. I won't take you the process of how we scrape the data and all that. I just want to show you the data. Okay. So this is the data. This is the data here. Okay. So we have the job titles. We scrape the data. We have the job titles. The column where we have the job titles. We have the job info. Okay. And then we have the positions. This is job opening. Job openings. Let's use the word tech job openings or vacancies in the month of September in Canada. Okay, in Canada. And those of us that want to leave Nigeria, so or you want to leave African country and you want to transition or you want to relocate to Canada, you know that there is a need for you to secure a better job out there. And one of the things that will give you that opportunity to secure a better job out there is what? Acquiring technical skills. Acquiring technical skills. Now, from that, we looked at the column. We have the column that has what? The city where these jobs are opening. We have the provenance and we have the skills. These are the skills required for these guys to what? To give you this job. Now, look at this first job opening. You can see it's a remote job. You can see it here. It's a remote job, and you can see what they did there is just what? Python and SQL. This is Power BI and Excel. This is just Power BI and Excel. And most of our people out there, they are daycare job because they lack technical skills. They lack technical skills. And this amount they want to pay this guy. So we have minimum amounts they want to pay, and we have the maximum amount. And of course, you have the industry type, and then we have what? The average salary. So now let's look into this data, how we can use it to transform, how we can do, build it, transform it to be able to make decisions on which career path. I won't be the one to decide for you. You are the one that we're going to decide for yourself. Then I've seen all these things, right? I've seen just in the month of August, I've seen this thing, I've seen how much these guys are earning just because they learn just Power BI and Excel. Okay, now what then do I need to do? Now, the amazing thing about all these things, right? You don't really need to transition. You don't really need to relocate to those areas before you be able to get some of all this job. That's one thing about it. You can actually be in Nigeria, apply for them, and of course, they will what? They will, they will secure your job there. So I just want to share what I did. What we are going to be looking at together. Okay, let's look at this together. This is the end product. Let's use that word, end product of what we have done. So you can see this is data analyst job roles in Canada. Okay, we scraped this data from Indeed and Randstad, September 2024. September 2024. This is job openings. And this is, I'm not going to, start explaining this thing and all that. Let's start it from scratch. Let's do that from scratch. Okay. Are we good? Let me stop sharing and, let me see my people. Are we good, everybody? Are we good? Is this something achievable? Is this something you feel like, oh, this is great. It's something I can do? Is this something I can do? Yeah. Okay. That's one by Midele. Thank you very much for that. Okay, let's dive into that now. So we are using Microsoft Power BI for this analysis. We are using Microsoft. Let's go on. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that, Abayomi. Okay, so let's go on, just like Abayomi said. Okay, so we are going to be using Microsoft Power BI. I have my Power BI open. Now, for those of you that don't have Power BI installed, at the end of the program, I'm going to send you a video that will guide you through on how you can download Power BI or how you can get Power BI installed on your data, okay? Now, at the end of this program today, you're going to make that decision for yourself. I'm not going to make that decision for you. If there is a need for you to acquire technical skills, just learn Power BI and Excel. Just learn, or you can actually start with what? Excel, Power BI, and SQL. You are good to go. I mean, you are good to go. You know, when people are telling me that, do you know there is no job out there and I don't have job and all that, I'll be like, come on, are you kidding me? Right? When you lack information, right? Information is power. Let's use that word. Information is power. So I'm going to open a new file. Okay, I will open a new page. I'll open a new page. Personally, I can tell you how many companies that I've worked with. I mean, across the globe, how many companies I've worked with just because I have the technical skills. So you don't need to be there. Okay, you can just be anywhere and you know what, you be earning money and you are good. I mean, you are good, to be honest, you are good. Okay, so let's dive into it properly. So my Power BI is opening, it's taking its time to open. I just open a new page, new reports. Okay, so if you have Power BI, right, you can open it. So see what we are going to do in order not to take so much time trying to navigate, trying to do this and all that. Okay, so I will advise you to pay attention, watch what I'll be doing here, and at the end of everything, I will share the material with us. Please, I will pass the attendance sheet very soon. So all you need to do is to please sign up, okay, so that we're able to send the material to you. Please do that. Please do that. If you want to get the material, just the material I'm going to use and the slide and every other thing that you know that I will use today, both the recording, you need to fill the attendance, okay? You will need to fill the attendance in order to get that. Olusegun. Hi, Olusegun. Are you still here? This is again. Okay, so let's go, my people. Let's go. So I'm going to go. This is a Microsoft Power BI. This is Microsoft Power BI. Now, what do I need to do here? I will click. I want to get my data into this Microsoft Power BI. This is it. Microsoft Power BI is a visualization tool owned by Microsoft, right? So we use it for visualization and some other things, a lot we do with it, but mostly it's for visualization, right? Now, we are going to be using this tool to build that wonderful analysis that we want to expose something, right? So now, what do? The first thing we need to do is to get the data into our Power BI, get the data into our Power BI. Now, I'm going to click on this. Look at this. You can see get data. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, you can see here, you can see get data. Now I'll use the drop down here. Now, when I click on this drop down and I will see Excel. Now the question is, the data I want to get, it's Excel workbook. Now I want to believe that it's Excel. right? If it's not Excel, you can use SQL, you can use CSV, but let me just select Excel. Let me just assume that it's Excel. So I'll click on what Excel. I'll click on Excel. And I'll go to my download. This way I have my data. Now, I can't see it. Okay, I can't see. Now, the question is what I need to do. You can see this thing here. That is actually CSV file. So I don't know. I just want to, act as if I don't know. So you can see this thing here, right? And I'm going to select all. So from there, I'm going to select all. So with that, I can dive into where I have my data. Okay, so I will look for where I have my data. This is my data here. So I'm going to select it. So the data, when we scrape it, is actually a data set. But we did what? We have to clean it to make it easy for us for this session. If not, I would have bring the dirty data. How we clean? When you scrape data online, it's always dirty, right? So I'll select this and I'll click on what? I'll click on open. So we are getting the data into this thing. Okay. So we are getting the data. Okay, so now how can we get the data you are working with? I said that you should wait after the program, you get the data. You wait after the program, you get the data. Okay, so now I'll click on what? Now I'll click on what? Transform. Okay, I'll click on transform. Now there's what we call ETL. Okay, E is what? Is extract. The T is transform, and the L is what? Is load. ETL. Now, the extract is what we have done now. The T is what? Transform. Now, this is the T that we have done now. The T will bring us to what? To this Microsoft Power BI, to Power Query. Okay, the T will bring us to Power Query, which is what? Transform, and before we load it. Now, most times I do advise that you follow this process to do, to carry out your analysis. Unless you know that your data is very clean and you don't need to clean anything and you don't need to do anything, you can move it straight to port to load. You can load it instead of what? Instead of transforming it. Okay, you can load it. But if not, please do well and make sure that you transform the data. All right, so this is our data. Now let's look at our data properly. So I am going to make sure that I am looking at the entire data set. So this is the data set. You might want to rename it, okay? You might want to rename it. So I'm going to rename my data set, right? I can call it job vacancies. Sorry. So I can just rename it something like that, okay? So job vacancy. Now let's come to the data, right? So we have the job title, and you can see it's 100% clean here. There's nothing wrong with the data. So we have the job info, which is okay. And let's dive into this. This is position. So the job position, come here, we load more. We can see we have analyst. Okay, now it's advisable that you look through your data very well to ensure that there is no problem with your data set. So this is what we have, and I can tell you that it's okay. So this is employer. So I can click here and I will load more. Okay, load more to make sure that I am not getting anything that is not supposed to be there. Okay, these are the employers that have job opening, just like the way every month we have people looking for employees. Okay, these are the employers that created those job openings. Okay, so let's search for them to be sure. Oh, we don't have any issue with them. Okay, so most times I do advise you take out your time to make sure that there's no any issue. Okay, so we come to city. All right, we load more. Okay, so under this city, I am seeing something that I feel like is not supposed to be here. That was the first thing I saw there. So I saw remote. Remote cannot be, so look at it here. It cannot be a name of a city. Okay, so it cannot be a name of a city. You can say remote. So I'll yank it off. Okay, so let's go down again to see. There's some other things you might want to remove actually, but let's yank off the remote itself. We know that you can see the remote in Morocco, Toronto, and all that. That's it. Those ones are their location. If you ask me their location. Okay. So I'm going to click on OK. I'll yank off that remote that we have there. Okay, so we have province, we have skills. Okay, so I'll use this, I'll load more. Okay, so this can never be a skill. That cannot be a skill. Okay, so let's go down to search for other things that we, data cleaning is very, very important when you're working with your data sets. When you are working with your data sets, I might not like us to take much of our time. This cannot be a skill. This too cannot be a skill. Okay. All right. So I will do what? I'll click on OK. So let's take that one as well. Let's take that one. And then let's move to seniority. Seniority, we have junior, mid, and senior. Not too bad. So we have work type. Okay, so let's look at the work type we have here. Okay, we have hybrid, we have in-person, and we have remote. Not bad, which is okay. And then we have industry. So let's look at it. Okay, which is okay. You have industry, which is okay. So now after everything, and you can say, oh, my data is good to go. And the next thing you need to do is to what? To load your data. Load your data into your Power BI. Okay, I will load my data. I'll come here under home. You can see close and apply. You can see close and apply. So I'll select this and I'll hit enter. Okay, now with this, we are loading our data from that Microsoft Power BI, from Excel. We started with Excel. From Excel, we move our data to Power BI, right? It took us to Power Query. From Power Query, we're moving to Power BI interface. I mean, the Power BI desktop officially. This is where we are now. We are moving to our Power BI desktop, okay? So let's proceed. It's taking its time to, to load. Power BI is taking its time to load the data. Here we can see it now. We can see it. Okay, now, if you pay attention here, you can see we have our data. Look at it here. Where my cursor is open, we have our data there. Okay, so now what do we need to do? We need to start our analysis. Now, if you're the one giving this data, the first thing you need to do is to what? I want to calculate how many jobs were open in the month of September. Okay, how many jobs were open in the month of September? Now, what do? I'll come here, right? Come to this data. This is my data. And I need to do my calculation on this, my data, right? You can do it anywhere, but now I'm doing it on top of this. If I want to insert a new table and do that, okay, I'm not going to take you to that process, okay? Now, what do? I right click on this, my data, and I will select what? New measures. New measure. Now, what is new measure? At the new measure, we are trying to do what? We are trying to calculate something. That's what we call DAX. D-A-X. DAX in Microsoft. We have it everywhere. We have it Power BI, SP, and other data Excel, right? Now, DAX simply means data analysis expression. So we're going to be focusing on Power BI because that's what we are doing, right? It simply means data analysis expression, right? Now, what's the excess of DAX? DAX helps us to calculate measures. Now, let's ask now, just like I said, I'm going to calculate how many jobs were open in the month of September. How many jobs were open in the month of September? Okay, so I will do what? Just a second, you will see that is a link we send here, and that's the attendance. If you want to get materials, everything that we're going to use today, please fill the attendance form. Is important, okay, so that we can send everything to you. So I can say total vacancy. Okay, total vacancy. Now, what is the tax measure I need to use to calculate this? I'm going to use what? Count. I want to count how many jobs were open. How many jobs? I can even use count rule. So I'm going to say equal to count rule. Okay. So you can see it here, count rule. Now it's asking for what? Just my table. If you pay attention here, on this my data here, you can see it here. It's asking for what? Table, which is this. Now the name of my table is what? Job vacancy. Job vacancy. That's the name I named my table. Remember when we were a Power Query, I named it what? Job vacancy. I'll just type job. Immediately you type job, you can see it here. Job vacancy. You close your parentheses and then you hit enter. Okay, at this point, what are we trying to do? We want to calculate how many jobs of data analytics job or data analyst job, tech jobs were around data that were open in the month of September in Canada. We scrape the data. For those of us that are joining us joining us now, we said that we scrape this data. I didn't want to take you the process of the scraping. I think for those of you that have been joining our master classes, you knew that there was a time we treated how to scrape data online. So we scraped this data from Indeed and Glassdoor. We joined it together. We want to find out how many jobs were opened for the positions of data analyst, business analyst, and so, right? So I will be able to calculate this. Now, we have calculated our total jobs that were open. Now, let's see it. Let's look at it together. Now, look at it here. Okay. So when you select it and you are going to see it's loading. I don't know why it's taking time to load. Okay, so let me take it to count. So this is the total job of something. Okay, this is it. Yeah, this is the total jobs that were open in the month of September for these tech roles. Remember, this was just from 2 websites. You can actually decide to scrape from 10, 20 websites, right? But we focused on 2 websites. Now, this is total job roles. Total job vacancies. Now, I want to find out something. Since I have this thing, right? That's where the critical thinking started coming in. Now, you want to reason like an analyst. You want to think like a data analyst, right? Now, how I've seen that this is the total jobs that we are open. But now I want to find out total jobs that we are open by what? By employers. Let's talk about, okay, by city. Let's talk about city, right? Let's city first. That's the first thing we have here. By what? City. So I'm going to select city. Okay, I don't know why Excel Powerbi is again. So we'll select city. Just a second. So I selected city. I want to use this constant bar chart. Okay, city. So let's expand it. So this is it here. So we have what? Toronto to be the highest city. If you are in Canada, you understand what I'm saying, what I'm doing here. Even if you are not in Canada, you understand what we are doing here, right? We can see that Toronto has the highest tech opening. Now it simply means that if you want to relocate to Canada, these are the areas that you should be focusing on. If you're a tech professional, right? Just like me, I want to relocate to Canada. These are the areas that should be paying attention to, because I know that if I go there, I am going to see job, right? I will see the job that will suit my skills, right? And there's nothing like you are doing something and you're getting value for it. Okay. Now this is number 1, which is what? Toronto. We have this, okay. But now if you pay attention here, you can see we have a lot of job openings by city. Now what do we want to do? Because if you scroll down, you can see it's still loading. Okay. Now I want us to do something. I want us to pick what? The top 5 city. Top 5 city by what? This job vacancy. Top 5 city. Now, what do? You open your filter panel. This is your filter panel. I will open my filter panel and I will do what? I'll come to this city here and I'll move it to what? Top N. What is top? Now, Powerbi is asking us top. What are we looking for? We are looking at what? Top 5. We are looking at top 5. From this top 5, it's asking us by what value do we want to filter this? By total job vacancy. Now, I'll call it the total job vacancy, and I'll drop it here. Right? I will call it the total job vacancy. I'll drop it here, and then I'll say what? Apply filter. Apply filter. Apply filter. Now with this, now you can see this is the top 5 jobs vacancy by city. Top 5 job vacancy by city. Okay, so we are going to format it very soon, but let's just drop it here. Let's just drop it here. I'm going to do Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. I want to be fast a bit, so I just copied this one and pasted it here. Now I'm going to yank up the city. I don't need city again. Now I want to find out what is the top 5 city, our top 5 employers, right, by job opening, because these are the things that you need to be paying attention to. These are the things, okay, what are the firms, you know, I was discussing with someone, that was about last month or thereabouts, and the person said something. When you are looking for something, be intentional about it. Okay, if you are looking for a job, be intentional about the job or the city, the place that you are looking for that job. Okay, be intentional. Okay, I want to work with edtech companies. That's just me, right? I know that there's some firms I don't need to work with. Even if the offer comes, I'll tell you, this is not what I want. These are the ones, probably the cities I want to work with. Now, I will select what? Employer. I'll select the employer. Okay, just a second. Okay, this is the employer. Now, the next thing I need to do is to do what? I will filter it, because I would like us to filter it to be able to see what we are doing here. So be able to see, I'll come here and I will filter it to, so, okay. Sorry about that. So I'm going to cancel that filter that was there by default. So I'm going to come back here. I'll filter it by top 5. Okay, and I'll call it the job opening. I'll drop it here and I'll apply filter. I will apply filter. Okay, this is it. All right. Now, another thing again, I would like us to see, because these are just like, okay, these are the cities, these are the employers I should be looking at, these are the, you know, the companies I should be looking at, right? Now, another thing again, I want us to do, right? I would like to know if I am the one looking for this particular, looking for jobs in Canada, these are the companies I would like to know, right? I would like to know what is the total job opening by job title. Okay, these are the things I would like to know. Right now, the next thing I need to do is to do what? I need to highlight this. I need to highlight this job vacancy. Okay, job vacancy. I don't want to use the one that I've used before. Of course, you can actually use it, okay, to make it easier. Job vacancy, right? Job vacancy by what? Let's look at by title, job title. Right? Job title. Okay, these are the okay, the senior and all that. Okay, no, let's not. Let's look at okay, it's not bad if we look at the job title anyways. It's not bad. So let's this and let's expand it to see what it's giving us. Okay. So we can have senior supply chain and all that, okay? Senior supply chain and all that. I want to see if that's, because I want us to focus on most important things so that we'll be able to make our decisions. So let me look for by position. Okay, not too bad, actually, not too bad if we do that. So so now most times, right, when you are doing indexing, the best thing you can do, right, the best thing you can do, this is by job industry type, okay? The best thing you can do, right, now let me tell you the best thing you can do if you are just you are looking at the data first and you are finding out what do I need to do. The best thing you can do is to come to this data view here, this table view here, right? Now, when you come to the table view, you'll be able to see your data by column. Your data by column, right? Now you can see the what this is job title, right? Job title where we have, oh, we are looking for senior business analyst, we are looking for this and all that, right? So we have what? The job info, and then look. Okay. So I am going to look for position now. So the position is okay. Something I actually want to see. Okay, something I want to see. I will go back here. So the next thing I need to do is to do what? I'm going to select this. Okay, I will select position. I'll select position because this I want something I want to know. I'll select position. Okay. Now, with this position I have, you know that is kind of, we have over how many job openings here. So I would like to do what? I would like to find out the top 5. Okay, the top 5. I would like to use this cluster column bar chart for this. Now I would like to find out the top 5 job openings, right? So what I need to do is to expand this my filter panel. I'll come to this filter and I will select my top N, right? Top N, I will set what? Top 5. By what? By job vacancy. By job vacancy. Okay, carry this job vacancy, put it here, and then apply filter. Then you apply filter. Okay, let's look at it together. Let's look at it together. Okay, now let's look at it. I'm going to put it on focus mode so that everybody will see it very well. So that everybody will see it. Now let's look at it together. These are the job openings by position. And you can see here we have what? Analyst. Out of the total job that we open in the month of September, based on the data we scraped from Indeed, but take note of something. We scraped data from Indeed and Glassdoor. You can, there are a lot of job or a website out there. You can, if you want to do yours, you might want to scrape from more than 10 websites. Okay, but I did from 2 websites. Now, from this, right, we have seen that the highest job position that these guys are looking at for what is what? Analyst. And who are analysts? Analysts are you and I that can use what? All these softwares that you are seeing out there, right? You know what I'm telling people, it's not about by, let me say, by these big titles, all these things that you think that doesn't matter, they are the things that people are looking at for. Okay, this analyst, and the second job opening is what? The highest, the second to the highest job opening by position that they are looking for. Now, when we talk about position, these are when I say that, oh, I am applying for this position of data analyst, and that this is what I mean, right? So you can see that the second one is what? Business analyst. This, business analysis is one of the position or one of the skills or program that people don't really look at. People are looking at data science, people are looking at, data engineer, cyber security, and all those things. But business analysts, let me tell you something. Every organization are looking for what? How to promote their business. Okay, so business analyst is the second one, followed by data analyst. Now, let me tell you, even these data analysts and analysts, they are what? The same thing. Okay, we have system analyst. You can see everything here is analyst, and followed by what? The last 5th, okay, is what? Data engineer. People, I have had a lot of people that will tell me, you know what, I just want to learn data engineer. You ask the person, why not start with data analytics, learn everything, learn even Excel. Tell me, how do you know Excel? I don't know, but I just want to know that title that made data engineer. Come on. It's not every firm that you can actually work as a data engineer. But then let's not talk about that now. Okay, now you can see what data engineer is the 5th highest job opening in the month of September in Canada. Now I'm going to go back now. Okay, I'll go back now. So I would not like us to have too much charts, so we can be able to pinpoint the most important things that we need. Okay. So I'm going to hide Control C this one, I'll drop it here. Now I'm going to remove the position. This is where I'm going to skills. Okay, skills. What is job opening by skills? What are the skills that these guys are looking for? What's the most in-demand skills out of the job opening? Remember, this job opening was 1,534, something like that, 1,334. Out of the 1,000, 534 job openings. What is the most demand skills? You know, when you see that, you can be seeing from the job description, you say that they are looking for people that has these skills and that. But what is the number one most demand skills there? Now we have a lot of things here, and we're not going to be focusing on this, right? I would like us to filter it to top 5. Okay, let's filter it to top 5. Now, what do? We come here again, as usual. Come here, we top N, and this what top 5. Now, pay attention. When you are working on yours, right, you might want to do top 10. It's not a problem. I'm doing top 5 because I want us to focus on the most. All right, there's not that it's not important anyways. But now let's put it on focus mode to see. Let's put it on focus mode. Now, please pay attention to what we have here. Can you see? What are you seeing, guys? Now, this is Excel. Excel is number 1. This data, I didn't form it. Okay? I did not form this data. We scrape this data. You can go and make research. We have done how to scrape data. We have done it about 2 times now on our master classes. You've seen how to scrape data online. So you can check our YouTube channel to see it, and you can scrape the data by yourself and do this analysis, okay? Now you can see that Excel is number 1 most demand skills out there. Now, I was telling somebody, I said, do you know, somebody told me, one of my students, he said, Chira, do you know with your Excel class, if I can learn this your Excel class very well, I am good to go. I am good to go. Your Excel class can land me job that will change my life. Do you understand? So I always ask people, what do you think about Excel? Do you think that Excel is underrated or overrated? Excel can tell you for free, Excel is underrated. You know, people will tell you that, you know what, I don't want to learn Excel. Can you take me to Python? It's good. It's good that you learn Python. Can you take me, you know, they will start mentioning some stuff, but let me tell you, Excel is good. Learn Excel, be good with Excel, and learn one visualization too. You learn Python, you learn SQL, that's very good, but please start with Excel. No Excel, like when you are sleeping, they slap you, wake up, and they will ask you some questions about Excel. Please learn to answer it. I mean, know about it, right? Now, look at it here. We have the demand to be what? 132. Okay, out of the 1,000, how many job openings? Now, 132 is job openings that requires the need of Excel, the use of Excel. You can see it here. Now, followed by what? Python, followed by database, SQL, and Excel and SQL. These are what, like join something, right? But then the of them all, okay, is what is by Excel. You can see this thing here. You can see it here. So there is a need for you to learn the in-demand skills. There is a need for you to learn the in-demand skills, right? So I will have my data here, and I think I'll have 4 charts. There's other thing I want us to do. There's what we call slicer. I want us to get a slicer. Okay. I want us to get a slicer. So I'll drop my charts here. Of course, we are going to give our data, our dashboard. We're going to give our dashboard name. So create space for that. Okay. So this is Liza. Now, what do I want to do? I want to filter. You know that there's a column where we have the maximum salary that they want to pay for that month, right? We have the minimum salary and we have the average salary. Now, what do we want to do now? Right? What do we want to do? I want us to get the maximum salary. I don't know about you. I don't look at the average anyways, but we can look at the average, okay? But let's look at the maximum. Okay, look at it here. I'm going to put my maximum salary on this my filter. Okay, so I'm going to format this so that I don't have it this way. I'll format this my filter slicers. Just a second. Okay, so I don't want to do it by these values and all that. I'm trying a way to make it very distinct so that everybody can actually see it very well. Is the slicer settings and header values. Just a second, please. A second. Yeah. Okay. So we'll come back to that. We can just use these slides to remove it. I actually don't want to make it by Dix. So let me just remove it. I'll come back to it later. Okay, so I'll come back to that later. So now, what else do we need to use? Okay, there's something I actually want us to look at, right? I want us to look at is how many of these job openings are by remote jobs, how many are on site, and how many are hybrid. You can actually take out time to do that on your own, because this data I'm going to share with you. So I don't want us to, focus more on those stuff. But let's assume you want to do it. You can see here, you can see job type, right? You can see job type. I've done this. So when you get this data, I would like you to, look more on this data. You will see a lot of things you can do with this data. It will expose a lot of things to you, especially for those of us that want to relocate. Okay, so you look at the areas that you should be focusing on and the skills that you need, those areas you really need. Okay, so let me just put this on focus mode so that you'll be able to see it. Now I believe with this you can see it. Now, this is job opening. So all these total jobs that we open in the month of September, all right, these are what the 1,482, right? 1,482 are the ones that they need you to be there, right? And then less than 50, which is, you can see there, that's 34, are remote. And of course, you can see the lesser value, which is 18, to be hybrid, right? So these are to tell you that even if I am not there, I can still secure my job. I can still secure this job, right? This is just it. Now, let's look at something amazing, something I would like us to look at. Okay, so let's select the maximum value now. You can see it here, it's showing us like, but I don't want to use this. I want to use slicer, and how do I give me slide? I need to change it to slide because I hope it's changing. I don't want to be sure that it's controlling the entire data, which it isn't controlling the entire data. Okay, so we are going to come back to how we can, use it so that everybody will be seeing the value very well. But then the next thing we need to do, right, is to give our data name, our dashboard name. So I'll go to insert. I'll go to insert. I'll go to text box. So you can give it a name, right? So the name of this is to show, you can show your audience, because you don't just have to this data like this without giving it name to show your audience what you have done. These are the job. You can call it data analyst. Okay, job roles in Canada. Okay, you might want to prove to them that I know what I'm doing. You tell them where you scrape the data. Okay, data script from Indeed and Glassdoor. So, okay. From Indeed and Glassdoor. Okay, so here I need to change the font. If you want to change it, right, you can change it. Okay, I love to use Georgia. I will change the name. I can change it to 20, which is okay, not bad. If you want to bold it, you can bold it using this. Okay, and then I want to change the text to pure black and have it like this, and I'll carry it there. Okay, so I'll have it this way. Yeah, I'll drop it here. Okay, so on my own, the one I designed here, I used Canada logo. You might want to do that. Okay, and of course I used Amdor Analytics logo to show that yes, we did this thing. with from Amdor Analytics. Now, the next thing you need to do, when you are doing something and you know that, come on, I'm doing something amazing, right? I want to prove to my audience that, okay, this thing that we have designed it because for Canada, you use Canada color. Okay, you use Canada color. It's not a must anyways, but then to prove to people that, yeah, I know what I'm doing, I will use mode, I'll use Canada color, and which you can see here, right? I don't know, going into so much deep, start showing you how to format it. Probably what I will do, I'll format one of the data, and then we'll dive deeply. I want us to look at the money, how much they're paying these guys, and I don't want to use the money to filter it, but you can use, but I would like to use this, okay, to see, okay, people that are, for openings that are in position, right? How many of them requires the use of Excel? How many of them requires the use of SQL? You understand? How many of them are? I think that's what I will do. Let me transform it to, to that, okay? How many of them? That will make more sense, okay? That will make more sense. Sorry. It's a mistake. Sorry about that. Okay, this is what I need. I want to transform it to this. Okay, yes. Okay. So now what do I want to do here? Please pay attention. Let me just show you what I'm about to do here. Now, this is, I turned this into, instead, before we had it as chart, right? I've turned it to filter. Now, why did I turn it to filter? I want to find out, because we are talking about, okay, can I be in Nigeria and be working with all those companies out there? Is it possible for me to do that? Now, the answer is what is yes. But now, if it is possible, how many remote jobs, like what are the openings of the remote jobs? Or what is the one that has the highest opening, right? What is that job role that has the highest opening by remote? Now, let's look at it together. So I'm going to select what? Remote. Let's see, you can still see that is what, even there is no one that is data engineer. You can see it here. I'm not the one that doing it too. You can see that by data engineer, there is no one that is what? Data engineer that has job opening. But we have analysts, you have business analysts, you have data analysts, you have risk analysts to be part of people or part of the job openings that you can work remotely. You can do data engineering remotely based on the job openings they have there. Okay, now let's look at in person. I believe here we can have the job of the data engineer, right? You can see the data engineer that is here in person, right? So let's look at of course, in person, you can still see that Excel is still topping, right? Excel is still topping, and it's still Toronto. That is the where we have the job vacancies to be what? To the highest job vacancy by city, which is what? 379 by in person. Okay, now let's move to hybrid to see which of these things is giving us what we are looking for. Which of these is giving us what we are looking for. Now let's look at it together. Okay, so by hybrid, you can see that is what is still analyst, right? Business analyst. We don't even have data engineer here. We don't even have data engineer here, and it's still Toronto. It's still Toronto that is what the highest job opening by vacancy by city. Okay, by city. And of course, you can see the employer. These are the things that you need to look at for when you are when you're applying for jobs, right? Because I always tell people something: be intentional about what you're looking for. Okay, be intentional about what are you looking for. Now, if I'm looking for the position of data analyst, all right, and I want to work with some certain firms. Like me, I would love to work with EdTech company because I've been teaching for years now, and it's part of me. So I would like to work with EdTech company. I would like to, get my job and be looking at job opening for what? EdTech companies. So you know what you want and you know where you need to work. You understand? So now I have all these things now. I have all these things wasted. Now the question is, what do I need to acquire these skills today or tomorrow? Now, there's no best time for you to acquire these skills. I don't know if you understand. There's no particular time for you to say that this is the best time for me to learn the skills. No, there's no best time. You can learn it today. You can be, just like I said, of course, by grace, God's grace, I signed a contract with one company in the UK that's about 2 weeks ago. And I'm not in UK currently, and I'm working with these guys. You understand me? That simply means you can be anywhere and you can be working for any person. You can be working for any brand. Just all you need to do is to be intentional about what you want. Imagine you learning a data analytics for 4 months, 5 months, and the skills will change your entire life. I don't even understand the skills which, if you see how much these guys are earning, let's even look at it together. I'm not the one that formed this data. Okay, I scraped this data, and just what I did here is I cleaned the data. Now let's look at it together. So now this is what? This is maximum salary. So let's look at it together. Please make sure that you fill the attendance form, just like I said, so that you can see 180 Canadian dollar. 180 Canadian dollar. That's the amount, the maximum amount they want to pay these guys. Imagine you learning these skills and you are earning this. I don't even understand this. Imagine you using 4 months of your time, 5 months of your time to learn these skills that will change your entire life. Right? That will change your entire life. Okay, let me pick that. The salary is per annum, right? Yes, it's per annum. Yeah, the salary is per annum. Please don't forget to sign the attendance, okay, so that you'll be able to. I'm going to repost it again, so I'll be able to get the material and everything we are going to be using here. Everything that we're using here, but the ones I will still show you, right? Now, imagine you are learning this thing, and you can see you acquire the skills, and you are getting paid with this amount of money. Now, I want to tell you, this will change your life. Now, imagine that you want to relocate, and you're relocating without technical skills. Just look for these guys that are talking about Java. The first thing they're going to tell you is what? Please learn the skills. Learn skill, acquire technical skills. Now, let me share something with you guys, right? What actually made me to go and scrape this data, to work on this data? We got someone that registered for our data analytics, one of our students, right? The guy is an Indian guy, right? He's an Indian guy born in India, but he has spent over 25 years of his life in Canada. The guy said something. He said, he saw us on Facebook, and he said, I enrolled for this program because I know what I will earn at the end of me learning this program. I'm telling you, if you see the way this guy is taking this program so serious, nobody, even the Africans that are on this role are not taking this thing so serious like this guy. Now, this is to tell you that it's important that you acquire these skills here in Africa. All right. And now, the best time to start the program is now. This is the last quarter of the year. I don't know what your plans are like. I don't know what, probably you have planned something for yourself this year, and I don't know, and you're asking yourself, how do I achieve it? Oh, I didn't achieve it, but the year is coming to an end. There is still time. You can still achieve those things, right? You can still make that decision of you becoming a tech professional this year if you determine. Remember when you have started postponing it, right? You can start now. Imagine if a job position just appear, all right? You have this somebody call you from abroad or anywhere and say that, okay, there is a job role that I want you to take up, and then it requires the use of Excel. Now, the question is, will you be able to take that role? Okay, now the question is, will you be able to take that role? If they call you today, come and take this role, and then there is a need for you to know how to use Excel, will you be able to take that role? Now, I've heard you, a lot of people will be like, okay, Shinya, I've heard you. Can you tell us more? And I want to acquire this skills because I want to be making this money. Just like I said to you, you don't really need to be there, and you can still be here in Nigeria. I was sharing, was it not in their last masterclass? I was sharing with people, and I was showing them how much you can still earn as a data person here in Nigeria. It's not me. We search online and we saw job opening for tech data scientists, and we saw how much they want to pay these guys. The office the company is located at Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. How much they want to pay these guys? And I was like, they want to pay someone this amount of money in Nigeria. And a lot of people are still complaining there is no job in Nigeria. The question is, how many people have the in-demand skills? Now, a lot of times, people will reach out to me and say, okay, Shinyere, please, can you recommend somebody? And I need somebody that is in Nigeria to do this thing. Or I need somebody. Most of our students are not in Nigeria. How do I recommend someone that is not in Nigeria? That's the question. I always tell people, you need to learn this skill. Even if you don't need it today, you will need it tomorrow. And the best time to learn it is now. The best time to learn this thing is now. Now, this will take me to the second part of this program, where we start talking about what are the things I need to learn and all that to become that tech professional, So you need to, number one thing you need to learn is what? You need to learn Excel. Okay, don't be deceived. You need to learn Excel. Excel alone can give you that job that will change your financial status. I'm telling you, and you know what amazing thing about our training? Excel is going to last. Now, you are going to be learning Excel for 1 month. Imagine you using 1 month of your life to learn Excel that will change your financial status. So our Excel classes are what? Going to last for 1 month. Sometimes we do take it like this period of August cohort. They started and they used a month and a week. Okay, they use the month and the week. Now, this is to tell you that it's good. I'm not saying this, but I'm beating my chest to tell you it's good for you to acquire these technical skills for people that are being honest. I mean, 100% honest with you. That when they say they're going to teach you this, they will definitely teach you, not to grab you and, oh yeah, come and learn. At the end, they will not do that. I can boldly and tell you, the position or the vision behind the establishment of Amdor Analytics is because we want to make our training very comprehensive. You see that word comprehensive, and not just that, accessible for individuals, right? So we're going to teach you data analytics, Excel for analytics for 1 good month. For 1 good month, you're going to be learning in and out of Excel, starting from the very basic to the intermediate to the advanced. I don't know if you have learned Excel here and you tell yourself, come on, I'm an advanced, I'm an expert, right? I don't know if you have moved to that part of using macro. Okay, have you used macro in Excel? Do you know how to use macro? Macro is just like as if you want to automate your tasks and all that, as if you are coding. Have you learned Excel to that part? Do you know that Excel, you can do data modeling in Excel? I'm just saying this. I don't know how many of you that have done something like something and then you have done Powerbi, you have done SQL before. But do you know that you can do data modeling DAX in Excel? Where have you learned? Where did the Excel stop, right? So that's what we do. We take you to that very basic. We take it as if you have not seen Excel before. We take it from that part to advanced to intermediate, where we teach you XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP. I know I'm going to show you something some of our students said about our Excel class. Okay, just only the Excel. I mean, just only the Excel. As she said, do you know what? There's something that you guys are doing. I never knew that Excel can do it. It's only Powerbi I knew that, oh, Powerbi can do all these things. Now, from that Excel, you move to what? You move to Powerbi. You move to Powerbi. What we just did today, just like we just scratched the surface of Powerbi. We didn't even touch it, right? We not even touch it. So you are going to learn Powerbi for 1 good month. Okay, for 1 good month, you are going to learn Powerbi, where we start from the intermediate, from the very advanced, talking about how to scrape data. We didn't show you how we scrape this data, even though we have done it before, right? But we show you different ways you can scrape data, both scraping numerical data and, categorical data. We show you how you can scrape data, how you can bring data, a lot of data into your Powerbi. And of course, we move to what? To the intermediate. To the advanced part of it, where we can automate our tasks. Okay, where we automate our Powerbi, right? I don't know how many of you that know Powerbi service. So all these things you have done, after doing it, how then do you move it to organization? How do you share with everybody, right? Let's assume that we just did this thing for an organization. Then how do you share this thing with an organization? How do they start interacting with it and all that? These are where collaboration and sharing comes in Powerbi. Okay, so these are what we do. And after that, you move to what? You move to SQL. Very, very important. You have seen from what we have analyzed here, you have seen that there is a need for you to learn SQL. SQL is one of the important tools that you need to learn as a data analyst, right? So we move to what? We move to SQL. And SQL, you're going to learn it for 1 good month. for 1 good month. That's what 3 months. I don't know if you know much about AI, right? Do you know much about AI? When people are talking about AI will take my job, AI will take my job, and I will be like, AI will take job of those that are not updated, that are not standing up to date, right? So what we do is that we teach our students how to make use of AI as a data analyst. Okay, how to make use of AI as a data analyst so that AI will not take your job. Then you learn how to use AI. You understand? These are the things we teach our students. So the program is going to last for 4 good months, right? 3 months for live classes, 1 month. Please take note of this. 3 months for good live classes, just like what we are doing here. We are speaking to you. You are hearing us and all that. We are interacting and we are talking to ourselves, right? It's going to last for 5 good months, 4 months, 3 months live classes, then 1 month for custom projects. Okay, 1 month for your custom projects. And after that, you dive into your internship program. You can see it here. So you dive into your internship program. Now, the internship program is going to last for 1 month again. That tell you that the entire program is what? 5 months. Now, imagine taking 5 months of your life to learn data analytics that will change your entire life. I made this decision years ago, and to be honest, I can beat my chest and I will tell you, I am not where I used to be, right? I am not again, and I will never go back to that place again, right? I made that decision to take that step to acquire in-demand skills, and I can tell you today, I am a global talent. Yeah, I can tell you, I can beat my chest and I'll tell you, I am a global talent, and people, of course, we are raising global talent as well, because I've worked with different companies, UK, Canada, Australia, US, big 4 companies. I will work with people there, right? Now, aside from you learning these technical skills, right, there's another thing you need to know. There's another thing you need to know, and that's one thing I always tell people. You know, acquiring the skills is part 1 of the program. Now, how do I monetize it is the part 2 of the program. Now, these things that I've done, I don't know if I have any of you that joined our Upwork optimization live section yesterday. You heard me talking about Upwork. That's another platform, right? And that's where we sit down and teach our students. Not just like that 1 hour live that we did. We sit down with our students, teach them the in and out of Upwork. Because you need to learn how you can monetize your skills. And I have learned this thing. How then do I monetize it? You need to learn how you can monetize it. Now, number 1 thing that we do, because we want you to monetize your skills, right? You know, when I said that Amdor Analytics, we sit down to we said to ourselves, right? These are the things that people lack. That when after learning, they'll start saying there is no job, there is no job. We decided to make our own very good by what? You learn these technical skills, you learn the soft skills, and again, you learn how you can monetize it. Okay, if you can learn these things, trust me, there's no how you will not get job. You learn how you can monetize it. Now, the first thing we do is that we help you to optimize your LinkedIn. Very, very important. I mean, very, very important that you have LinkedIn account. Now, I told you guys that we gave scholarship to 1,000 undergraduate students across Nigeria, and they started their program 1st of October. Before they started their program, what we told them is that everybody is a must you have LinkedIn account. Because we know the importance of LinkedIn. We know what LinkedIn will help them to do. You know, it will expose them. It will give them that social visibility. You understand? So we told them that create a LinkedIn account, start posting, start talking about yourself. Now, first thing we do with our students is that we help them to optimize their LinkedIn account. Very, very important, right? I don't know if you're a tech person, you don't use LinkedIn. I don't know. Is it Facebook that you want to be using, right? So that's what we do with our students. As I said, after that, we do what? We move to Upwork. Upwork optimization. Very important that you know how to monetize your skills. Don't allow people to deceive you. Just learn the skills is good. You are good to go. And they will tell you, some people will tell you just 5 weeks. I've seen a lot of 5 weeks. Some will even tell you 2 weeks you are good with, you have become a data analyst. Come on. Some will tell you 2 months you have become a data analyst. It's good, you can. But then there is a lot to this thing. You need to learn in and out of these things, right? You need to learn the technical skills, learn the soft skills. After that, learn how to monetize these skills. You understand? These are any tech company that is doing this with you, they are doing a great job. I mean, I'm being honest, they are doing a great job. So what we do is that we help you to optimize your Upwork optimization, Upwork, right? Because you need to monetize your skills. Take note of it. I said something when we started. I don't know what motivates you. I don't know what's the drive that you want to become a data analyst, you want to become a tech person. Personally, it's just money for me, right? That's why when I started my journey, I opened up work accounts. I started posting, although I spent years, I spent months on Upwork before I started getting gigs and thereabouts. Okay, so that's my experience that I will share with you. What helped me to acquire these skills? What helped me to secure my first gig on Upwork? These are the things I will share with you. You understand me, and it will help you to monetize your skills. Now, aside from that, we help you with CV review. Very important that you know how to revamp your CV. You know, one thing I always tell people, right? You see those skills. People will tell you, come, pay 1 naira, pay 2 naira, get the skills, you are good. And I'll be like, what? Okay, let me tell you guys honest. Right? What I'm telling you, I'm not honest truth before God. Now, this man registered for our program, right? His man is in UK. He registered for our program. Do you know what happened? From UK, he relocated to Canada. And somebody told him, do you know what? You don't need all this, you need technical skill. That's you need to learn data analytics, right? The man told him that register with us. We are going to teach you everything. And I will teach you, we help you to do this thing, blah, blah, blah. At the end of everything, do you know how much this man paid before God? He paid 2.5 million. 2.5 million to learn to go for that data analytics course. They did not revamp his CV for him. They did not help him to open his LinkedIn account. They did not help him for any Upwork. They did not, like, nothing. Even the technical skills, they just teach him, blah, blah, like, teach him. You understand? But he paid 2.5 million for this program. When he came back to me and he was just like, you know what? He asked me to help him to revamp his CV and I have to charge him and I collected my money. I revamped his CV for him. You understand me? So these are the tests that we do for our students free of charge. You are not paying for it. Okay, now another thing again is we give you a recommendation. Now let's not assume that somebody calls and reach out to us. Do you have any of our students that you can recommend? You understand? That's the benefit of learning your technical skills with Amdor Analytics. We can recommend you easily. Thousands of people that have gone to our program will tell you this. But most times, people that have gone to our programs are the Nigerians in diaspora, that's a UK, Canada, and all that, and Australia and all that. Okay, so because they know what it takes to have these skills. These guys know that let me try and learn this one, even if it's Excel. I will show you one of our students. You see it here. You see her here. 2 months into our program, she secured a job in UK and she stopped her program. Are you calling Madam Timmy, come and finish? She said, no, I've secured my job. I don't need your program I don't need to finish my program again. 2 months into our program, right? Now, it's over there, like even here in Nigeria, but people will ask me to recommend somebody and you look around you, who do I need to recommend now? They are not in Nigeria. So that's why there is need for you to acquire these skills. There's a need. Okay, so now reference letter. Now, reference letter is that when you want to apply for jobs and some of all these employers, right? They are looking for somebody who has worked for one brand and thereabout. They need someone who has experience. Okay, so what we do is that we ask our students to use Amdor Analytics as your work experience. Okay, use Amdor Analytics as your work experience that you have worked for Amdor Analytics. Have it on your CV, have it on your LinkedIn. It helps to boost your CV and it helps to boost your LinkedIn. Now, when they reach out to us for reference later, we provide it. We have been doing this massively and we do that, we continue doing that, we provide it. Now, at the end of the program, you are going to get certified. So there is a certification at the end of this program. There is a certification at the end of this program. So this program, just like I said, it is going to last for what? 5 good months. 3 months for live classes, 1 month for custom project, and 1 month for one free internship program, right? Now, let me tell you one thing about our internship program. The internship program, we started it last month. We started it last month. We have not been doing internship program before. And before we started this internship program, one of our students who is last year, that's Donny, last year, December, she enrolled for our program, right? When she finished that, she wanted to do her internship in UK. She paid for those organizations. I never knew. So she was the one that told me that you need to pay now before you do internship. So she paid for that organization so that you're able to do what? To do her internship in that place. Now here, you are not paying for anything. It is free virtual internship with Amdor Analytics. At the end of everything, you add it to your work, experience, and you're working on new case studies. Okay, these are what you're working on. At the end of everything, you are going to build at least 15 projects. Very important that you understand. You are going to build at least 15 projects. Okay, now let's continue. So just like I said, these are the platforms that we usually introduce our students to: UK Hired, Gov UK, Indeed. Just like I think I've mentioned Indeed very well today, but this Indeed that we scrape that data, right? These are these platforms we introduce to our students that you can use it to get a job. Just like I said, it is beyond the technical skills. Yeah, the technical skills is good, and not just good. Learn is from people that are sincere and honest to show you the in and out, things that you need to know, especially the technical, especially the comprehensive, making it very comprehensive and accessible. All right. Now, aside from that, the next thing is that you need to monetize it. You need to monetize it. Very, very important. And that's what we want. That's what actually makes us so special among all of us. We open your mind to all these things. We show you the secrets. We show you that these are the things that you need to do to excel, right? Now, after that, these are the facilitators that's going to be working with you. My humble self, right? I will be teaching you. As you all know, personally, I have turned over 5,000 participants over the years I've been doing this, and we continue doing that because we believe in imparting value. We believe in giving back to the society, right? Now, and this is this is Sandra Sagede, so she'll be your facilitator as well. Sandra has close to 5 years experience as a data analyst and BI developer, and of course, Sandra has trained over 3,000 participants. Okay, these are the people that are born in teacher. There's a difference between being a facilitator and being a born teacher. So we are born teachers, and this is Yakubu. Yakubu is another amazing person who is a data analyst and data scientist. Okay, Yakubu has about 5 years experience, and Yakubu is currently working as one of the leading, as a data analyst, one of the leading fintech bank that's money in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. That's where Yakubu is working, right? And this is Efasa. Efasa is an amazing person who has trained close to about 1,005 participants in tech. Efasa is a BI developer. You can check him out on LinkedIn. You see these guys, very amazing people that are going to be training you. And we have Blessing. This is another amazing person as well. Person is data scientist, data analyst either, who graduated with first class and close to has trained over 2,000 participants. These are teachers, like tutors, not just facilitators. There's a difference between a teacher and a facilitator, because a teacher will always be there to guide you, share his or her own experience with you. Okay, we have more other people that are not here that will be facilitating and be taking you. And let's talk about the training. And before we move into the training, there's something I want to show you guys, right? There's something I would like to show you guys. Before we start talking about the training, how many weeks is the training and all that, okay? I want to show you guys something, okay? Okay, these are the testimonials of people that have gone through our program, right? You can listen to them. I'll share this slide with you. But there is something I want to show you. Just a second. I want to show you the people that registered for our last cohort. I mean, this August cohort. August, there are 2 months now into the program. Okay, So what they just said about our program, they just said only Excel. I mean, only Excel that these guys, just a second, I'll get the video of the, what let me see, just a second. All right, so trying to get these things so that we'll be able to listen from them. So it's not that as if somebody is cooking anything to tell you at the end of everything that they will not do that, they will not teach you. No. So I want to show you. You know, some people used to say something. It's not by show workings. So it's workings that we want to show you now. Okay, so just listen to them. There are people like you and I, or people that were like you when they started their own journey. And I believe you will learn one or two from them. You will hear from them, okay. Let's go to playlist. Okay, so sorry about that. Network is down. I'm trying to make sure that I'm able to have this before sharing my screen. So let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the testimonial. Okay, just let's listen.
The Excel has been very, very insightful. You know, I've done Excel before and it was not like this. I think Excel I did was 1 week or so, 1 week or 2 weeks. And I didn't even know that there are many things I have learned that I didn't know Excel can do.
Please stop scraping on my screen.
Most of the
Who is this? Please stop scraping on my screen. Stop scraping on my screen, please. Stop scraping on my screen. Thank you very much.
things you are doing, especially for this Saturday and last Saturday as well, I've seen in Powerbi, not Excel. So I believe that this Excel was really, the class so far was really in depth, and the foundation is amazing. So thank you for that. That's my feedback on it, and you're doing a good job, Chinyere. Thank you for your commitment.
Okay, this is almost there, and you can hear what she said about Excel. She just spent about 1 week learning Excel somewhere, and just like what I'm telling you guys, some people will tell you just learn 1 week and you are good, right? You're not good. They spent over 1 month learning Excel. Now, I know somebody will be like, okay, we have heard you. How much then is the program? So the program is 250,000, okay? So the training fee is 250,000. You can have it, you can see it here. That is the training fee. But we are running discounts now, right? So the discount price now is 200,000 naira. Now, instead of you paying 250,000 naira, you know, I said something for people that are joining us first time, right? There is something amazing for you guys. If you pay attention, look at the money you want to spend to learn these skills and the amount you are going to earn at the end of everything, it is so amazing. Like, it is way bigger than what you learn or earn after everything. Somebody reached out to me about I think about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, that I should help him to write CV from scratch. I should help him to write CV. I don't want to mention the amount I charged him. This is the amount that I know that when I started my journey, I don't think I spent such amount of money to acquire my technical skills. I collected it in a night. He told me that I need it at least tomorrow morning. I slept over, like I worked overnight to make sure I provide that resume, that CV for him, and I know how much I charged him. I was just telling myself, this is what people pay to actually learn skills, right? And you see, when you are earning the value, you don't even mind how much it takes, because of course you know that you earn the value, you will make it at the end of everything. Okay, so the training fee is going to be what, 200,000 naira. Now please take note of something. Is for today. Just like I said, this is on discount. Okay, now you want to make your first payment is 1,000 naira. Your first payment is 150,000 naira, and the second payment is 50,000 naira. You balance 50,000 naira 5 weeks into your program. 5 weeks into your program. Okay, so we're not saying that, oh, pay the 200,000 naira once. You can actually make a deposit to secure your spot. I said this 150 is on discount, and this 200,000 naira is what? Discount. Okay, is discount. And this is our training. This is our bank details. This is UBA. If you are paying in dollar, this is dollar account. And when you pay, you can always make sure that you send the message to us on WhatsApp. This is our WhatsApp number. Send a message to us, and you can see here, right, where you can actually upload your proof of payments. You can upload your proof of payments that, oh, I have made my payment here. This is where it is. Amdor Analytics, I have paid my money, and you can reach out to reach out to us at Amdor Analytics via this WhatsApp group. You can both WhatsApp and on call. You can reach out to us through this number. Okay, so please make that, secure that spot today. This is third quarter of the year, last quarter of the year. I don't know what your decisions are like for the year 2024, but I want to tell you, I have a lot of people who were like you when they were about to. I don't know if I should do this or not. I don't know if these guys are want to scam me or not. You know that kind of words. I don't know if I pay for this thing. Will I get value for this? That's why I just show you a most of them. Most of them just spend over 1 month learning Excel. Just Excel. And you hear what she said. She said she learned Excel, she learned this data analytics somewhere. Of course, I know this place actually, right? So she learned Excel just 1 week or 2 weeks. That's what she said. I don't want to misquote her. She said, I don't remember, I think I learned it 1 or 2 weeks. And that's to tell you how, and you know how much these guys are charging for those programs. At the end of everything, they will tell you, I will teach you this, I will teach you this, I will teach you this, I will teach you this. You will never be 100% good. Even we, although there is the continuous learning actually. So that's what it takes. So the training fee is 200,000 naira for today. Now take note of something. I always tell people, now when you reach out to me, when you send me a message and say that, okay, here, I want to pay today. Can I still pay 200,000 naira? If we have gotten, because the discount is just for available for 20 people, first 20 people to register. Okay, this discount is available for the first 20 people to register. When you reach out to us and we have gotten to the first 20 people, what we tell you is what? Please pay 250. We have gotten to the first 20 people. Now, for you to ensure that you secure your spot, you make your payment today. You make your payment today. Now, let's talk about days of this program, right? Now, the days of this program are Saturdays and Sundays. Now, nobody is asking you to come anywhere. You are learning virtually. Just like the way I'm talking to you, you can hear me, you can see my screen. That is how you are going to what? We are going to be talking to ourselves and all that, okay? There's one thing about Amdor Analytics. Nobody is recording any video somewhere to give you to go and be watching. Nobody is giving you any handbook or ebook to go and be reading. It is project-based and instructor-led program. From the beginning of your program to the end of the program, new life case studies. What case studies? That's what we're working on. Okay. So the programs are Saturdays and Sundays, which you can see here. Now, Saturdays are 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sundays, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, Thursdays, we usually meet Thursdays. It's usually 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. an hour. Now, why are we meeting on Thursdays? Now, the purpose of meeting on Thursdays is to ensure that everybody are on the same page before starting a new topic on Saturday. Okay, before starting a new topic another weekend. So that's the purpose of Saturday. Now, that Saturday is where you come Ask your questions. Is there anything that you're mixing? Are we on the same page, in order to ensure that we check on you? That is the purpose of we meeting on Thursdays. It's just an hour session, okay? So for you to see how much we are devoting into this to ensure that you get that comprehensive training that we are talking about, right? So now I think I missed something, and I think I explained it, why you need to choose Amdor Analytics, like why Amdor Analytics. I don't know if I missed that, but let's proceed, okay? Let's proceed. Let's look at people that have gone through our program and what they are saying about us. We have people that have gone through our program, they've gotten job. We have a lot of them, but it's not everything that we put into paper, right? You can check us out on our social media handles, especially on our LinkedIn. You will see testimonies, right? On our Instagram, you will see testimonies. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on TikTok, we are on Twitter, which is X now. You can see us and you can see what people are saying about us, right? Now, this is Wale. Wale is actually enrolled for our program, February, and Wale, immediately after learning these skills, right? Wale secured a full-time job with a company in US. Do you know amazing thing about this guy, right? The guy is in UK and he is working with another company in US. Now, this is to tell you that this program, this skill, of course, is a transferable skill, right? But these skills can take you far. You don't need to be there before working for anyone. Just like I said, I have worked with a lot of firms across the globe and I have never stepped my foot into an office there, right? So this is Wale, and this is Timmy that I mentioned, right? That Timmy secure her first role, right? 2 months into her training program with Amdor Analytics. Right? And Timmy said, what? Thank you, Amdor Analytics, for helping me to secure my role. I am no longer interested, right? And this is to tell you things that a lot of testimonies out there. You can see, I will share this slide with you. You see, these are testimonies of people that have gone through our program, their honest feedback about our program, okay? When I share this slide with you, I would like you to go through it, listen to these guys. All these guys, they are on LinkedIn, they are everywhere. Ask questions about our program and what we do at Amdor Analytics. Now, you can see some of the things that our students are posting, some of the projects they've worked on. This is Toby Loba. Toby is another amazing person who has gone through our program. You can see how she finished her program, and of course her certificate. And this is Adedoyin. Adedoyin is another amazing person who has finished her program. A lot of them out there, and this is the project that some of our students worked on. Now, let me tell you something. Just like I said, our program is project-based. From the beginning to the end of the program, you are going to build on at least 15 projects. But that 15 months, 5 months you're going to be spending with us, you will build 15 projects, SQL, Excel, Power BI, SQL, and your internship program. You are building 15 projects, okay? Imagine you are sharing your portfolio with somebody and the person is recruiter and the person is seeing about 15 projects you worked on. What do you think that they will feel about you? They will know that you know what you are doing. Okay, you know what. Now, I always tell people something. What people are looking at for is your what? Your work. Right? How is your work like? What is your portfolio like? What are you putting out there? Right? What are you putting out there? What are you telling people? You are telling people you're a data analyst, right? So how is it? You understand me? What are the skills the skills that you're telling people that I have? What have you used those skills for? You understand? These are the things that people are looking at for when they want to hire you. All right. So these are the projects that some of our students have worked on, and this is Michael is another amazing person again who has worked on this project. Do you know one thing about this guy, right? This project was done within, let me say, 2 weeks into our program. 2 weeks into our program that Michael worked on this project, right? So we have Rukayat, that's Abimba. We have Chidima. Chidima, we are yet to update this slide. So Chidima finished from our program, and Chidima secured another a business analyst job role Okay, immediately she finished for her program, she secured a business analyst job. And then I was wanting to tell you guys, you don't need to learn a lot before you can be able to make it in tech. Just learn the ones that that almost every sectors are needed. Almost every sectors need the work of a data analyst, business analyst, and data scientist. These are the most in-demand skills that you just pick one and start learning about it. You see how you can be able to transform your life. I made that decision years ago, and today I can tell you, I can beat my chest, and I will tell you that totally transformed my life. That totally changed the way I think, changed a whole lot about me, right? I know where I was. I have to be saying it, and I'm proud of that, and I'm thankful to God as well. I know where I was, and I know where I am today. Is just by the help of acquiring in-demand skills. I know offices that I've entered, where I've talked to, people I've talked to, you understand that on the norms, I don't need to talk to these guys. I'm not at their level to talk to them, but I've entered their office and analyzed their data. You should understand that's the need of you acquiring in-demand skills. You become a global talent. Okay, you become a global talent. And look at other guys, and so I would like to take your questions. If you have any questions for us, just let's take your question, and then this is time for question and answer now. Hello. Hello, everyone. So you can ask your question. We are waiting for you. We want you to talk. We want you to ask your questions. You are tired. You don't know where to start. You don't even know what to do. This is how the time for you to ask your question. You don't even know. After acquiring these skills, what next? Which I have said here, the next thing is to monetize it. Okay, it's very, very it's very, very amazing. Let me use that word, amazing. Right? When people after acquiring this thing, they're still looking up and down. How do I monetize it? But all these things is 100 in one that we do here. We pack all these things together. We teach you all these things. So you don't need to I forgot to mention our next course starts 26th of October. 26th of October. That's when our next course starts. Our next course starts 26th. So this month, 26th, we are starting our next course. So you need to start registering now. I don't say that, it's 26th, I still have time. I don't know about you, but when we get to the first 20 people, it simply means that that discount is no longer available. That discount is no longer available. So we'd like to take your question. There's something you want to ask us. Just ask your question. Right? Let's take your questions. You can start making payments now. 200,000 naira can change your entire life. Can change everything everything. It's changed my own life. Yeah, it does, it will change your life. You have seen it. I am not the one that compiled those data. No, when they want to get such data, you've seen it. We scraped the data from Indeed and Glassdoor, and you saw how much these guys are earning. Possibly the next time we scrape from Nigeria, just like LinkedIn, we focus on instead of Canada, we can actually focus on Nigerian companies. Okay, but please ask your questions. Let's take questions now. David, Boju, Kenny, Amos, Mr. Emmanuel, Temitope. I can see all of you. So if you have questions, please ask your question. There's something you don't understand. Are you curious about these things? I don't know. I don't know how you're feeling, but just ask your question if you have any question. And if you don't have any question, we can just take a selfie and then call it a night. But we want to see you in our next cohort. Okay, we want you to be part of our success story. We want you to be part of people that have gone through our programs. If these guys are everywhere, when I share these things, search for them, ask questions, and they will tell you about Amdor Analytics. They will tell you this. It's not like when other people will tell you, come and do this thing, come and learn this thing. At the end of everything, they will not. And I can tell you for free that this training is too cheap. Imagine learning this thing for 5 months for 200,000. Oh, come on now, it's too cheap now. And these guys are doing classes for you every day, 3 times in a week. 3 times, and none of the classes is too 2 hours, 3 hours, just Saturdays and Sundays are 3 hours, teaching you, asking you questions, checking up on you. And after everything, technical skills, there is LinkedIn optimization, there is CV review, there is Upwork optimization, there is certification. After that, not just that, you are going home with internship program. You are going on with you're paying what? 200,000. Okay, let me tell you something about talks. Right, so this 200,000, we have been collecting this 200,000 since last year. When we are doing our program 3 months, if you make research about us, we started with 3 months training. Okay, when we are doing our program 3 months, we are collecting 200,000. When we move our training to 4 months, we are collecting 200,000 too. Now it's 5 months, we are still collecting 200,000. And I want to, give you in advance, share this with you in advance, right? Our program fee will change very soon. Nobody does. I've said you can make research. You can make research 100%. I don't want to call names, right? Because we're on live, right? If not, I would have called names of EdTech company. You can make research about them and how much they collect and how long is their program. 2 months. I mean, max 2 months. You see 200,000. 2 months training. I have done somewhere. I have people that have registered and they'll still come back to me. 2 months program, you should collect 200,000, right? Okay, so let's take questions. If you have any question, you can start making your payments now, just like I said. You can start making your payment and then share your proof of payment with us. Okay, so there is no question. You guys are not saying anything. Okay, let me call you by name. Hi, David. David, are you there? David, they called you. Are you there, David? Or can you guys hear me very clear? Can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me. Hi, Kenny. Kenny, are you there? Hello. Okay, so thank you very much for staying to this moment. We really appreciate you and we want to see you in our class. So please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Send us questions on WhatsApp. We will 100% respond to your questions. Okay. Thank you very much for staying to this moment. I really love and appreciate you guys. If you don't mind, if you want to share your if you want to turn on your video so that we can see you, we appreciate that. If you want to turn on your video, turn on your video so that we can take a selfie. Let me see you guys. If you want, it's not a must, right? Well, I would love you to do that. Turn on your video. Let's see you. How many people who wants to turn on his or her video? Let's see boxing. All right, guys, cheers and do have a nice day. See you guys later. See you in our class. We want to see you. Want you to be part of what we are doing here. Bye.